Du bist Deutsche, aber du arbeitest in Kanada.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Give me a second.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Look what you did, you animal.
Ist in Deutsche, aber sie arbeitet.
Chat, what in the Hitler is he doing?
Frankfurt.
Oh.
It's okay, Boo Bear, keep going. There you go. Good
Julia
boy.
ist Deutsche. Und sie arbeitet in Frankfurt.
Good morning, America.
Hello, darlings.
We are here tonight.
Hello, darling.
Ooh.
Chat, we don't have ads on our stuff yet, so we gotta play ads like manually.
Oh, that sent me all the way to the top of the promotion zone.
Oh!
Damn. All right, chat. It's time to get back to the grind of poor me having to do one hour stream 3 days a week. Oh,
So sad.
Poor little
You know what?
thing.
You know what? Chat. You're never gonna believe this. When we've been offline without you, we've just been watching Lord of the Rings videos the past couple days.
Yeah, there's literally nothing for you to catch up on.
Like, dog,
We've just
been
doing that.
watching Lord of the Rings videos. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, fella, shit.
And we have to sit here with the knowledge that you probably don't know all the Valar. You probably don't even know what the Valar are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chat, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I'm
grow up.
thinking we can go through some Reddit videos, but maybe before Daniel's got to go in like a couple minutes, we can sneak in a little bit of LOTR.
Aw.
If we're being for real, Boo Bear, even 5 minutes can get stretched to like 40, 30.
I know, but that's why it's funny. Daniel, when do you gotta leave?
I can leave basically just whenever.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like, I can leave now to go join my friend, but, I'll go ahead and just, like, stay for the stream for a couple minutes.
You wanna watch a couple minutes of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your friend, your effeminate little friend boy can wait. We've got Lord of the Rings videos to watch.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's time
chat.
to start this stream. Start your engine! Okay.
Chat, somebody needs to put this fella down.
So, chat, Bezaw is the resident in-house fucking nerd when it comes to Lord of the Rings. So,
Very true.
what do you think we should watch?
What's a good beginner?
A good beginner.
A good beginning one.
Okay, well, if a good beginner one, then I'll go ahead and choose it.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe Valinor, because that might be the actual beginning, but I don't know. But anyone's going to be interested in that.
Kwan.
What? His name was Juan. What the fuck?
Oh, Juan.
What? Alright, how about we go to these dragons?
They are among the
True.
Yeah. We'll stick around for some dragons. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
they are among the
But
most
chat,
fierce and
one of the ones. Well, okay. One of the ones is involved with a really like dynamic story. It's the one with Turin. We shouldn't watch that one specifically because you need to like listen to the whole video. But I think all the other ones are good to just listen to one off.
Who?
There's a dude named Turin, but that's a really good story. Honestly, that would be a really good, yeah. That would be a really good, like, either series or a movie. It's a Game of Thrones coded.
Okay. What do you think would be better, the dragons or Morgoth? More what? Goth baddie?
We could probably just drop out of the dragons whenever, like, we don't want to be here for like 3.5, 4 hours, so this is just a quick little thing in the beginning.
Okay.
dangerous creatures ever devised by the Dark Lord Morgoth. While the most famous of
Oh wait, chat. This is not the first time, but it's the biggest time that we're just stealing content and reacting to it. Dun dun dun. Chat. Oh god.
This guy is Nerd of the Rings. Go check him out.
Yeah. Wait, let me go. Wait. Here you go, chat. Let me go ahead and open up the... Look at this. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. What do you know? There it is, chat.
of their kind would appear in Bilbo's Third Age adventure, the greatest and most vile would live and die far earlier. Today on Nerd of the Rings, we cover the dragons.
That was
Spoiler!
that dragon.
We don't know the
What?
Spoiled it.
They die?
exact year Morgoth began creating the dragons, but we do know the reason. In the early wars of the First Age, the Noldor dealt great blows against the Dark Lord in war.
The Noldor chat are, they're,
Alright.
wait, I'm getting to it. Wait. They're,
Shut up.
the Noldor are, wait, Bezos, can you take over?
They're a branch of the elves. There's,
Shut
like,
up, nerd. Nobody cares.
races.
In the midst of a 400-year siege of Angband, where the Noldor held Morgoth in check within his fortress, he realized orcs alone would not win him victory in battle.
Gee,
Thus,
you think?
Morgoth creates the very first
What a genius. Are you telling me you
Yeah,
can't win
true.
with sub-IQ retards?
check
Oh,
within
God.
his fortress. He realized orcs alone would not win him victory in battle. Thus, Morgoth creates the very first dragon.
I didn't know he created them. I thought they just existed as part of the world.
Yeah, I thought they just like turned evil over time.
I think because they are Maya, I think what he did was took some of the Maya and shaped them into dragons.
Wait, without their consent? What?
No, I think with their consent.
Surely this is the worst thing Morgoth's ever done.
True.
Wait.
Bro.
Okay, so Morgoth is like the big daddy of Sauron.
Yeah, he is. Like, so,
He's like
in the
giga
very,
powerful.
very beginning,
Really?
there
He's
was,
very powerful.
yeah, there's like the big god, Iluvatar, and there's the lesser gods, or angels, archangels. And Morgoth's pretty much just Satan that he was one of the most powerful of the Valar, which are like basically archangels. And he's the brother to the king of the Valar, Manhwa, who's another like of the most powerful. So him and his brother are like the most powerful of their like race type of thing. So they're like,
so
there's like
Morgoth
really-
and Manwë?
yeah.
Manwë?
Hmm.
No way.
Manwë? No way.
Manwë, no way.
The father of dragons was not a winged creature like his later relatives.
Chromota dragon.
In fact, all the initial dragons of Morgoth's design were land-bound. In 260 of the First Age, in the middle of the siege, Glaurung reveals himself for the first time.
Yeah, dude, imagine just being a twink little elf, but like slaying shit, just absolutely just wiping the floor with these retards on the floor that are like rotting away. They're like rotting brain, black mold brain orcs. And then they bring out the Giga Salamander. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm shitting my bindings if I'm them. I'm shitting my bound loins. My bound loins are now unclean.
Oh, shit.
Against the wishes of his master. In 260 of the First Age, in the middle of the siege, Glaurung reveals himself for the first time, against the wishes of his master.
Daddy, let me in. Let me go fight. Daddy, please. He's like, no, son, don't. He's like,
well, that's probably exactly what he sounded like.
Yeah.
He emerges from Angband and manages a small victory, despite still being young and not yet grown to full strength.
damn.
He pushes the Noldor from Ardgallen and causes them to retreat to Dorthonion and the arid Wethrin. He begins to defile Ardgallen in his victory, but it would not last. Fingon, along with a company of mounted archers, comes to Glaurung and humbles the Great Worm, causing
The Great Worm. Yeah, he went all the way home. All the way home. This little piggy went to Ard Gallon and started raping the landmass.
Damn.
This little piggy got absolutely fucking curbed by elves, by twinks on horses, and he went wee all the way home.
Poor little guy.
Oh God, he wasn't even grown, bro. That's fucked up. They did that to a minor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
That was dirty of them to do that.
not last. Fingon, along with a company of mounted archers, comes to Glaurung and humbles the Great Worm, causing
How did he get away? That dumbass couldn't even fly. Bella?
You
him to
probably just slithered on his belly, you know, like how a Komodo dragon, like, you know, wiggles all around.
Yeah. You think he ran like that?
Did that?
From like
he
side to
probably
side?
did.
Oh
Yeah, he
shit.
probably
Got
did.
that fucking retreating like a coward with such swagger.
retreat back to
Yeah.
Angband. Morgoth is displeased that his secret weapon had revealed himself prematurely.
Daddy, they got me. So this is a Maya, right? Why is it acting like a child?
I don't know. That's the thing is like, okay. They don't exactly explain something in Lord of the Rings, particularly when it comes to magic. So, I heard that Smaug was a Maya, and a couple of other dragons were Maya. This one might not be. I don't know. But at the same time, Gandalf, when he first came to Middle Earth, it kind of seemed like he had to go through like a growing arc as well. So I don't know how that whole system worked.
Okay.
Because the Eagles, Manwë made the Eagles, however, they're also Maya. So
I
don't
see.
know. It's like one of the. This is a world. Lord of the Rings has soft magic, which isn't a. There's like no hard and fast rule to anything. Like Naruto is Naruto.
You said hard and fast.
Something like Naruto has a hard magic system.
Okay.
So there are rules to it. Whereas in Lord of the Rings, it's different. But that's kind of what I like about it.
Okay.
And would not allow the dragon to leave the fortress for nearly 200 years.
Oh God. Go to your bedroom. Glamrong. Or whatever his name is. Go to your bedroom, Glamrong. I'm gonna
Back to your room, Gagron.
go back to your room, gag and choke. You've been a naughty little slut.
Morgoth is displeased that his secret weapon had revealed himself prematurely.
Dubious little creature getting up to mischief. This is no
good.
The beast is evil in nature.
And would not allow the dragon to
No
leave the
good.
fortress for nearly 200 years.
Very icky.
Finally, in 455, Glaurung is fully grown and is unleashed upon the elves.
In when?
Fortress for nearly 200 years. Finally, in 455, Glaurung is fully grown
I love how the elves just let him be for 200 years.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
And is
No,
unleashed.
the elves aren't the most proactive people. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Upon the elves. Glaurung leads Morgoth's largest army of Balrogs and orcs assembled to date, utterly
shit.
burning the lands of Ardgallen, creating a charred desert known afterward as Anfauglith. 17 years later, the Free Peoples would strike back against Morgoth. The Union of Maithros, consisting of armies in both the east and the west, marches against Angband. On the third morning of this battle, Glaurung and his dragons enter the fight, in Morgoth's last effort to defeat his enemies. The strength and terror of the Great Worm were now great indeed, and elves and men withered before him, and he came between the hosts of Maithros and Fingon, and swept them apart. The elves divided, Glaurung battles in the eastern portion of the conflict, where he would have destroyed the Noldor, were it not for the dwarves of Belagost, led by Lord Azagal. The
Damn.
dwarves, with their great battle masks, were able to withstand the dragon fire, and Glaurung's skin was not so tough that it was impenetrable.
Damn.
The dwarves hewed at the dragon with their axes, and Glaurung, driven into a rage, tramples Azagal.
I'm gonna rip your heart out. I'm gonna get your heart with my bare hands.
Yet, with his last breath,
Stand up.
Sit down and stand up and sit down and I'm so mad at you.
Azagal drives a
The
knife
dwarves
into the
go hard, though.
and Glaurung, driven into a rage, tramples Azagal. Yet, with his last breath, Azagal drives a knife into the belly of the dragon. Glaurung flees from the battle, yet the battle was already won. The forces of elves, men, and dwarves would have catastrophic casualties in what would come to be known as the Nirnaeth Arnoediad, the Battle of Unnumbered Tears. It wouldn't be until 40 years later that Glaurung would once again be put to use by Morgoth. By 495, Morgoth controls nearly the entire north of Beleriand, and there are few who openly oppose him. One such realm is Nargothrond, where King Orodreth is convinced to act in open hostility by his advisor, Turin, son of Hurin. Finally, after a number of attacks on his forces, Morgoth sends Glaurung and an army of orcs to Nargothrond. In another
Gag and choke. Go all the way, take your fat ass down south and show them the what for.
Give them the old 1-2.
Give them a wallop, you worm. Daddy, would you still love me if I was a worm? I made you as a worm, you stupid shit.
Another ill-advised move,
Daddy, would you still love me if I was a worm? No!
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
Morgoth is an abusive father.
Oh, Gag and choke deserves a better dad.
Yeah, he does.
Nargothrond. In another ill-advised move, Turin and Orodreth ride out to meet their enemy in the Battle of Tumhalad.
Bro.
The elves are crushed, Orodreth is slain, and Turin is unable to reach the city before the Great Dragon.
Bro.
Glaurung passes over the bridge, crosses the river Narog, and destroys the doors of the city. In this moment, we learn of another power of Glaurung, the power of his words and his gaze. Turin arrives at Nargothrond to find the city
this
sacked.
is the one. What? I didn't know this was the first dragon.
What? Fella,
Oh, shit.
It's alright. I'll forget
let's
this
just go.
by the... What?
Yeah, okay, yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, I'll forget about this by the time we come back around. After we watch more lore videos, they all kind of meld into one.
Oh god.
Yeah.
In this moment, we learn of another power of Glaurung.
Wait, I'll just skip this one.
Who are living in misery.
No, I mean, we
no.
already started it. No, we already
Turin
started it. Just keep going.
Okay.
destroys the doors of the city. In this moment, we learn of another power of Glaurung, the power of his words and his gaze. Turin arrives at Nargothrond to find the city sacked, and as he goes to confront the dragon, he is transfixed by Glaurung's gaze, which freezes him where he stands. The captives of Nargothrond are led past Turin, and the dragon presents him with a choice: to pursue the captives and rescue the elf princess Finduilas, or return to Dorlomin and rescue his mother and sister, who are living in misery and servitude. Then suddenly Glaurung withdrew his glance and waited, and Turin stirred slowly as one waking from a hideous dream. Then coming to himself with a loud cry, he sprang upon the dragon, but Glaurung laughed, saying,
"If you wish to be slain, I will slay you gladly. But small help will that be to Morwen and Nienor. No heed did you give to the cries of the elf woman. Will you deny also the bond of your blood?"
But Turin, drawing back his sword, stabbed at his eyes, and Glaurung, coiling back, swiftly towered above him, and said,
"Nay, at least you are valiant, beyond all whom I have met. And they lie who say that we of our part do not honor the valor of foes. See now, I offer you freedom. Go to your kin if you can. Get you gone. And if elf or man be left to make tale of these days, then surely in scorn they will name you, if you spurn this gift."
Then Turin, being yet bemused by the eyes of the dragon, as if he were treating with a foe that could know pity, believed the words of Glaurung, and turning away he sped over the bridge. But as he went, Glaurung spoke behind him, saying in a fell voice,
"Haste you now, son of Hurin, to Dorlomin, or perhaps the orcs shall come before you once again. And if you tarry for Finduilas, then never shall you see Morwen or Nienor again, and they will curse you."
As Turin turns north to Dorlomin, the dragon laughs once again in his malice. For Turin has fallen for the dragon's lie. For his mother and sister had left long ago, and now dwell safely in Doriath. Glaurung drives away the orcs, denying them further plunder, and breaks the bridge. He lies down to sleep on his great hoard, in much the same way as his later descendants.
What a hoe.
The following year, Glaurung encounters Morwen and Nienor as they come to Nargothrond seeking news of Turin. Quickly detecting their approach, he lies in the river, causing a great steam and stench to cover the area. The women and their elf guard are separated, and Nienor comes face to face with the dragon, who also puts her under his spell. In this case, however, Glaurung uses his power to wipe Nienor's mind of all her memory, leaving her to flee into the wild. As Glaurung returns to his conquered city, he detects the presence of Mablung, one of the elves accompanying Nienor and Morwen. In this moment, we realize there is a deep connection between dragon and master, as he speaks with the very voice of Morgoth. But he turned before he went in and looked back eastward, and there came from him the laughter of Morgoth, dim but horrible, as an echo of malice out of the black depths far away. And this voice, cold and low, came after. "There you lie like a vole under the bank, Mablung the Mighty. Ill do you run the errands of Thingol. Haste you now to the hill, and see what is become of your charge." Glaurung would rule Nargothrond as a dragon king for the next few years. By 498, he begins to send parties of orcs to attack the Mannish realm of Brethil, which forces Turin to reveal himself once more. The following year, Glaurung sets out to face his mighty foe himself. However, Turin predicts the dragon's path, and taking inspiration from Lord Azaghal before him, Turin hides out in the gorge of Kabed and Aras. So as the great serpent casts his front legs across the ravine, Turin stabs him with his sword, Gurthang, all the way to the hilt. Even in his final moments, Glaurung is dangerous and cunning. As Turin pulls the sword from the dragon, its blood covers his arm and renders Turin unconscious. Later, Turin's wife, Niniel, comes upon the scene to discover her husband apparently dead. With his last breath, Glaurung reveals his ultimate deception, that Niniel is in fact Turin's sister Nienor, and gives her back her memory. In despair at the truth and the loss of her twice-beloved Turin, Nienor casts herself from the brink and is dead.
He's not explaining the story very well.
Wait. No, wait. I'm just trying to hear something that I might have missed.
Turin unconscious. Later, Turin's wife, Niniel.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
The dragon. Sweet home Alabama.
Comes upon
That's
the
the
scene
thing is,
to
he's
discover-
only describing the story from the dragon's perspective. So, like, we're missing a lot of context.
But, I mean, that's good, though.
Whatever. Yeah, true.
For her husband apparently dead. With his last breath, Glaurung reveals his ultimate deception, that Niniel is in fact Turin's sister Nienor, and gives her back her memory. In despair at the truth and the loss of her twice-beloved Turin, Nienor casts herself from the brink and is lost to the river far below.
Oh, God.
Turin, waking at the death of the dragon, discovers the truth for himself from another who had heard Glaurung's last words, and casts himself upon his own sword.
Damn.
With Glaurung dead,
It's like a Romeo Juliet, but Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, I know. That's a one. Damn. It's
Damn.
twice loved. That's one way to put it.
Yo, yes, sir. That's probably the least offensive way you could put that.
Yeah, I know.
Morgoth had suffered a great loss. However, his first dragon would not be his greatest. Other dragons, known as Glaurung's brood, either by parentage or simply others of the same species, would wreak havoc in further wars and battles.
Damn. Alright, Naniel, I'll release you.
Oh.
I release you.
I release you. Alright, chat. We'll do more Lord of the Rings in the future. Also, we'll be back in a couple of hours to do some return survival manga reading. But until then, we'll, me and Biza are gonna do some Reddit stories.
Ready.
Restaurant manager who plays flight simulators.
It's time to leave.
Okay, later, Daniel. Little goy.
Bye.
Little goy. Well. Okay. Oh no, consequences. What is this?
Aw.
Okay. What makes a pilot a pilot? Need advice from professional pilots. Original poster. originally posted on r/flying looking for advice, where his post was promptly deleted. He later posted on the r/am I the asshole with the title, "Am I the asshole for asking my wife to respect my title, a pilot?" Oh no. Which was also deleted and locked within an hour. Too quick for Reddit to archive, but assume the two original posts were essentially the same. He eventually posted on r/shittyflying, a shitposting sub, but allegedly looking for serious advice. Okay. What makes a pilot a pilot? Need advice from professional pilots. Another sub removed my question, but I need the opinions of aviation geeks and pilots on the matter involving my wife. I am completely serious and I need help. /serious. My wife and I, together for 5 years, married for 2, no kids, have an amazing, happy relationship. I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to the point of a breakup or divorce. This issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Okay, so looking at that, I'm thinking it's like if this is a deal breaker for a 5-year relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like this has to be serious. He's taking this very seriously.
This is like a big thing, like a huge thing, like a complete breach of values.
Yeah.
Since my wife and I have been together, I have worked as a manager for a restaurant chain. I'm an extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I have spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, sim gear, and even built my own A330 setup. I've never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I've considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot. That being said, here's where the problem arises. My wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' house for a barbecue. We live in California, not too hot for winter activities. Too hot for winter activities. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. What the fuck is a COVID startup? A startup during COVID?
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay. She's worked there since 2020. A lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus. It was my first time meeting many of her now close coworkers due to COVID and working from home. I had assumed she'd talked to me before. She'd talked about me before. But as we were cycling through introductions, I became less sure. We make our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she had grown platonically close with. We exchanged casual conversation, and Greg, host, asked what I do for a living. My wife chimes in with, he manages a insert fast food chain. It certainly comes with some benefits. I'm assuming she's referring to free food. In a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she said. I very quickly corrected her and told him that,
Is it hitting you?
You can't see it, but I'm squirming in my chair right now like the trudge.
Yeah, the trudge from Repo when you pick it up.
Okay. I very quickly corrected her and told him that I'm a pilot. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how much I'd rather be introduced by my hobby. Dude, you can't introduce yourself as that as your job, though.
Yeah.
You can be like, yeah, I'm a restaurant manager, but you can even kind of like fudge it a little bit and say, I'm a restaurant manager, however, I'm training to become a pilot.
Yeah.
Even though that's like kind of lying, because it seems like he's not actually seeking training.
Yeah, because he hasn't actually flown a plane before. Like even
dude,
you, Boo Bear's flown a plane.
Yeah, I know. Just like as like a goofy little thing for my 15th birthday. Just like, just flown a plane. Like, just do it. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap too. He said he's spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks. Okay, then go to school. My Discovery flight was only like $150. If you've already spent thousands of dollars on this shit, get your private pilot's license. For like $15,000 ish. That's pretty expensive. You could probably get it for cheaper than that.
Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah, just go do it. If you've already spent thousands of dollars, you clearly have enough free time to do flight sims. Flight sims, you don't play those for like 30 minutes. You play those for at least like 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, but I digress. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd much rather be introduced by my hobby. Oh my god. I've earned the title of you see, I get that she's embarrassed, but if she was going to introduce him to her coworkers, she should have mentioned it beforehand. Been like, he manages a restaurant, but he's really embarrassed about that, so he likes to introduce himself by his hobby. So when he tells you he's a pilot, be like,
I don't know.
"Oh,
I feel
cool."
like that'd be even worse.
No, it's not worse than this. This is a cold open. This is bad. This is really bad. I've found that it's actually a lot better if you're just honest and open with it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. For what it sounds like, I don't even know if he's really communicated this, or at least the severity of it beforehand.
Really?
She might not have really known. I just remember listening to the story a couple months ago, though, so I might be mistaken.
Oh, okay. He said, my wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd much rather be introduced by my hobby. So it sounds like, from his perspective at least, he's made her aware of this already. And if she's embarrassed by him, which she has a right to be, because this is very embarrassing. If she knew about it, she should have just broke the ice and been like, hey, so guys, when I introduce him to you, just be aware that he's got this like whole pilot complex. Just go along with it, I guess. Please. For me. I've earned the title of pilot through my 500 hours on a sim and thousands of dollars put into my craft. While you were playing video games, I was studying the blade. I was studying the yoke. Because, you know, they call the little steering wheel that airplanes have, that's the yoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, while you were off partying, I was studying the yoke.
Yeah, he was studying the propeller blade.
I was studying the airfoil.
Yeah, the airfoil.
And thousands of dollars put into my craft. I think it's incredibly disrespectful. Incredibly disrespectful. Acknowledging reality and okay, she would be very accommodating if she did what you wanted her to. It's not disrespectful for her to acknowledge reality.
Yeah.
I think it's incredibly disrespectful for her to not acknowledge my skills and training just because I don't have the title of a pilot on an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot. Oh no.
Dude, like...
Oh no, I just read ahead. I laughed it off with Greg and told him under my breath that my wife is often forgetful. Oh, Greg. No, I'm not a restaurant manager. That's what I do to earn money. Okay? We all do something to earn money, right? What I actually am, though, is a pilot. But sometimes my wife she gets forgetful, you know? She sometimes just forgets that fact, you know? Please excuse my wife. She sometimes just forgets that I'm a pilot. I don't really know how you can go about silly girl. I don't know how you can really go about, you know, forgetting something as large as your husband being a well-renowned, well-regarded, highly regarded commercial airline pilot, but you know,
highly regarded.
Sometimes it's just easy to forget, I guess. I told Greg.
Sometimes that happens.
I told Greg under my breath that my wife was often forgetful, which I'm sure he's realized just from working with her. Oh my god. Oh, just the undertones of like putting her down.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He seemed to brush it off casually. At this point, I'm fuming. Okay, this guy's got some internal confidence problems going on.
Yeah, I know.
Chill the fuck out.
A little insecurity.
Just go be a pilot. Also, managing a restaurant isn't even that bad.
Yeah, I know.
Don't managers get paid relatively well? It's not like you're like working the line. It's not like you're a cashier, right? Don't managers get paid like what, $40,000 a year?
Something
what is it
like
called?
That. I mean, that's.
McDonald's.
I feel like that's pretty respectable. You're in charge of like an establishment.
Yeah. Yeah. See, between $40,000 and $70,000 annually. So.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so ashamed of it.
Yeah, dude, if you got $50,000 and no kids, bitch, you can put yourself through pilot school. Like, the entire program costs about $200,000, which is a lot, but you can get loans.
Yeah, and being a pilot pays, bro.
Well,
that pays a lot.
It can. It doesn't necessarily always pay that much, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like what is it called?
I thought there was huge signing bonuses with, like, airlines and stuff.
If you get with an airline, yeah. Sometimes there are smaller, like, charter flights that you fly and you only make, like, $80,000 a year, which isn't bad. But when you're $200,000 in debt from school, $80,000 isn't that good. Yeah, see, commercial pilots. Okay, $200,000. That's pretty good for the average. Senior captains at airlines potentially making over $450,000 annually. So when you're like 15 years into the business, you might be earning fucking bank.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it says even charter pilots earn about $100,000 to $200,000.
Okay.
That's more than I was thinking. Oh, okay. Wait. For some senior average salary, entry level positions start in the 60,000s.
Oh, okay. I mean,
But
I feel
this
like
is-
you can work your way up pretty quick, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially
let's
if you're
see.
like
Some positions
really
as low as 47.
knowledgeable.
What?
Or I was just saying, especially if you're like really knowledgeable and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he probably is knowledgeable if he spent thousands of dollars on textbooks, but like translating that into reality is the problem.
Yeah, I know.
But let's see. Some positions can be low as $47,000, whereas junior or entry level might typically earn around 66,000. But that's for like flying like smaller cargo flights between Hawaiian islands or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, if you do like tourists, well, that's more for helicopters, but you could still do some tourist like
That's
guide.
generally how some pilots start out, doing shit like that, and then they move up to airlines
Yeah.
if they're not moving straight from the military.
I mean, for a passion, there's definitely ones that are way less rewarding or like that pay way less.
Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah, if this is your passion and you're already making 40 to 70,000, probably 40 to 50 maybe. Well, no, he said in California, so he's probably making like closer to the 70 number. That's enough. You can save up enough money to secure yourself a loan to go to pilot school. He just doesn't want to take the jump.
Yeah. That's why you leapfrog it though, because he already has a wife who made her own jump, and it sounds like she's pretty successful.
Yeah, exactly.
And
She can
then
support him.
Yeah, then she can help support his jump.
Exactly. Let's see. At this point, I'm fuming. I take a break from the party and resume when I've collected myself. Oh my god, he needed to collect himself? For that? Well, to be fair, that is pretty embarrassing to be like, oh, actually, well, okay, no. For a normal person, it would be embarrassing if you were like, oh yeah, I'm a pilot, and then what is it called? Your wife is like, yeah, he manages a restaurant food chain. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
But he's got some weird kind of internal confidence issues going on, so where her being like, oh yeah, he manages a fast food chain. He manages a McDonald's. And then him being like, the embarrassing part is him being actually, excuse her forgetfulness. No, in real life he's like, please excuse her forgiveness. Excuse her forgiveness. Fuck. Please excuse her forgetfulness. She forgot that I'm actually a pilot. If you look at this flight sim that I have back at home, you'll see that I'm actually a pilot. But he sounds like that in real life without a microphone.
Oh shit!
He's talking.
Like, adapted his voice to sounding like he's talking through an intercom.
Yeah, exactly. Pilots just sound like that. That's not the microphone doing that. They just adapt their voice to doing that.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's
yeah, kind of like,
cool.
kind of like, you know how like JFK's head just kind of did that.
Oh yeah. It just
or like
kind
those,
of, got hit by like 30 different bullets.
the World Trade Center on 9/11 kind of just, I don't know, it kind of just like fell over or something. I don't know, it kind of just did that.
Yeah.
Pilot
wow.
voices, they don't use the microphone to do that. Their voices just kind of do that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. I take a break from the party and resume when I've collected myself, not going much farther than exchanging some nasty glances. Oh my god. Some nasty
this guy is like insufferable.
Yeah. And exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. I'm dropping this here. I think this is fake. But it's not like 100%.
Maybe.
It just went over the 50% threshold for me thinking that this might be fake. You know, like
Yeah, it might be, but there are some people that think about this.
yeah. See,
or think
exactly.
like this.
That's why you can't fully discount it as fake. Like people are prone to do. People like to be like, hear something, and then they hear something in a story that's like a little bit off, and they're like, oh no, that's fake. No, this is fake. You guys believe this shit? Whatever. Yeah, no, guys, you're idiots. This is fake. No, I fucking hate those people. Sometimes people are weird in real life.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have the I don't think he would have. I don't think he would lack such self-awareness if he's trying to gain pity on the internet by saying, not going much farther than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. He's got to know that makes him sound petty as fuck.
Yeah. Well, you have to. So the thing that does lend a little credibility is the fact that he posted it to so many different places. He's
That's
so
true.
like persistent.
It's either real or
like,
really good bait.
Yeah, yeah. If it is fake, it's really, really good bait.
Yeah. Okay. As we pack as we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. Wait. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as pilot because I'm not a professional. She probably just said, babe, you're not a pilot. Please stop saying you're a pilot. And then that translated into, she feels as if I don't deserve my title as a pilot because I'm not professional.
Yeah.
Even if he had a private pilot license and he flew on his own and he was a pilot and he had the title of pilot, unless you're flying for an airline, you're not a pilot in the sense of it being your career. Like if you had a private pilot license, you would say, "Oh, I'm a restaurant manager, but I also I like to fly in my free time. I have my private pilot license and I like to fly around."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, talking about your hobbies is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to introduce yourself as if your hobby was like what you do for a living.
Yeah, I know.
Like, people won't judge you for that.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't know about you, but if I just heard that somebody was a pilot in general, I'd be like, oh shit. Okay, cool. Like,
yeah.
It's like you get like 80% respect when people hear you're a pilot, and then you get like the extra 20% when people realize that it's like your job.
Yeah, I know.
But like, you're already 70-80% of the way there once people just hear you're a pilot, especially people who don't know anything about planes. They just think it's impressive to fly a plane at all. They don't. It doesn't matter to somebody who doesn't know whether or not you're flying some big 737 airliner or like just flying a regular old general aviation airplane. Like, most people don't really think of the differences between those two.
Yeah, I know.
And then you get like 200% credit if they find out that you're like a fighter pilot.
Oh, I know, exactly.
Like, that's like the giga one.
Yeah. And like, for the thing is like with things like being a pilot, being an engineer, being a doctor, those things are like hard and fast of whether you're it or not. Like, if you're like a writer or an artist or like something, you can claim that and not even really live off of it.
Yeah, exactly. There's a stark minimum barrier to entry.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit different than being able to lead with it, you know?
Yeah, like if you say, oh yeah, I'm a writer, or oh, I'm an artist, that doesn't point towards whether or not you're successful.
Exactly.
But if you say, oh, I'm a pilot, it's like saying, oh, I'm a doctor. Like, oh shit, okay, this guy's like,
yeah, like, whoa. You're like
okay.
a big guy.
Big guy, flopping, okay, big balls. Hey, watch your jet. Watch your jet. You know?
Yeah. You have a different expectation for it.
Yeah. I told her she is completely insensitive to the work I've done, and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. Didn't you say that she worked for a startup? I'm sure she has a degree.
Yeah.
What? Do startups hire people without degrees?
Yeah, and even if, like, in the off chance that she didn't, she obviously worked really hard because a startup, you have to put in so many hours to get it
startup is
going and
completely
awesome.
different from just putting your 9 to 5 at a regular company.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, it doesn't even matter if she studied a lot. She knows what hard work is there, bud.
I just accidentally read ahead a little bit. She's currently on the couch as I type this. I need pilots to help me figure out how to convince her. Any advice is appreciated. Top comment. If devoting thousands of hours to a hobby makes you a thing, then I'm a porn star. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Edit 2323. I have read every comment possible and have been wrung out by the entire internet. LOL. My wife found the post and opened the conversation before I could. Oh. Well, he said that she was on the couch as he was typing this, so I thought she already knew what he was talking about.
No. Like, bro, she's gonna see the condescending way he's talking about her.
I thought she was already aware of what he was typing because he said she's currently on the couch as I type this, but I
don't think so. Yeah.
Dog, if you're both in the same subreddits and you don't want her to find out about something that you wrote that's blowing up, like, maybe take the post down? Question mark?
I think blocking a post means that you can't take it down.
Oh. My wife found the post and opened the conversation before I could. She has now offered a second source of income so we can pay for both flight school and therapy. Whoa.
That's a good wife, bro.
Yeah, dude. That's
legendary pull.
That's a mythical pull.
Yeah, mythical pull, bro.
That's crazy.
She saw the way he was talking about her, and she's like, "Oh, we gotta get you in therapy."
I know.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, we can go to therapy and get you in flight school." Damn, dog. Okay. Shit. I see the way you. I see you. Okay, damn. My wife is too good to me, and too good to me and too kind for the internet. Thank you to any kind comments. And to clear something up, my post was deleted off of most aviation-based subreddits. They were like, get this fucking shit out of here.
They probably thought it was fake, too.
Yeah, they probably thought it was bullshit. And they were like, yeah. Scrubbed. And that's how it ended up here. Not for the purpose of trolling as many think. Despite the tone tags, this is Reddit. I want to apologize to both pilots and wives I've upset through my post. I'm working on it for the sake of my wife. Okay, without reading any sort of update, if it ended here, this would be a good end to the story. You know, he's just venting on Reddit, you know. Yeah, but
he's got some things to work through.
He's got some things to work through. Internal confidence issues, self-image problems. He's venting on Reddit after felt like he got embarrassed in front of people that his wife works with. You know, feels like he got big manned by everybody in that room.
Yeah.
What is it called? Without going further, it's like, okay, that's a good end. You know, good wife, great wife, legendary wife. You know, husband got some problems to work out, but hopefully he works them out.
At least he acknowledges it now. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let's get into the updates. OOP also responds to this specific comment. I have a feeling you resent your wife. You say that she's lucky to get her job, but you are a genius and worked hard on your craft? Then you are condescending to her and try to make fun of her to one of her coworkers. There is nothing wrong with managing a restaurant, chain or not. Or there's nothing wrong with managing a restaurant, chain or not. It is hard, unappreciated work. You have every right to talk about and dive into your hobby, but her introducing you by your job doesn't mean she doesn't respect your love of flying. And just to be clear, you are not a pilot. You are not a pilot. Piloting is much more than the mechanics of flying a plane, which you probably know. If you want to call yourself that, you have to be certified. If a person played Dr. Sims, bought textbooks on surgery, and watched every doctor drama / medical videos, would you trust them to take out your appendix? No. They didn't go to school and have no experience. While you may have lots of knowledge, you have never been in an actual setting. Things change and the air is different up in the sky. The pressure to perform is much different than being safe on the ground. Yeah, see, on that one, hour flight that I did when I was 15, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's so funny because we didn't even tell you. It was a surprise.
Yeah.
So we drove him to the airport thing, and we're like, okay, you're getting in a plane, because he'd been talking about it, that he wanted to do it. So you had to actually fly it with pretty much no warning.
Yeah, dude, he just okay, I'm not gonna say he threw me to the wolves, but it kind of felt like that a little bit because he was like, all right, here's what you do now, go ahead and take off little Timmy. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? 30 minutes ago.
You hadn't even drove a car before.
Yeah, no, I hadn't even driven a car yet. I flew a plane before I drove a car.
So funny. You just threw you into the fray.
So the first time I ever operated a motor vehicle was some flight instructor being like, all right, little Timmy, go ahead and take off the airplane now. I was like, oh fuck. So we did, and we took off, and it was a nice day, but it was a little bit windy. So we were getting blown around in a Cessna 172, which is what is it called? Small airplane. One of these. So flying around in one of those, just getting blown around. The annoying thing is, when you fly these things, this part of the aircraft points upwards because you're flying a little bit upwards into the wind. So you can't see the ground in front of you. All you can just see is blue sky and this control panel. So you can't really see anything. The only time you can see the ground is when you look down off to the side to your left out the window. And you're like, oh, that's cool. So then you turn a little bit and you're like, oh, okay. There's like the ground down below. That's cool. And then as I was starting to enjoy that, he's like, all right, little Timmy, it's time to practice stall maneuvers. I was like, what? And then the next thing I know, he's like, all right, go ahead and pull up on the stick. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the next thing I know, there's like this fucking alarm that goes off. And I'm like, what? What is it called? Wait, I think it's just better if I just play a video. Oh, wait. Stall recovery in the Cessna 172.
I'm gonna hold the nose off here to bleed off this airspeed once I get under 85.
Yeah, see, this is what was going on.
Okay. Extra pull and fuel selectors on both for this for the landing configuration. Alright, now I'm establishing a descent like I'm coming into land, envisioning the runway out in front. Runway is made, powers to idle, and I'm holding the nose off like I'm entering the flare.
Yep.
I'm just gonna hold it here on the horizon. We'll hear the stall horn as a warning.
And this whole time, you just feel like your gut dropping because you're starting to fall out of the sky a little bit.
Here's the stall. Nose over,
And you're
full
like,
power.
oh shit. He's like, okay, now go ahead and just press forward on the power and lower the flaps a little bit. And I was just like holding the yoke. I was like, he's like, okay, well, go ahead and turn the power back on. And I was like, fucking damn it. Because you feel like you're falling. It feels like a roller coaster while you're having to do this.
Oh, shit.
These people, they're just like acting like it's normal. But no, it feels like you're falling out of the sky. It feels like you're falling. You have the... Because you're dropping like probably like what, 500 feet per minute?
Nose over, full power.
Which isn't that far. It's not that fast. It's not like you're straight falling, but it kind of feels a little bit like a roller coaster. Like you're like, oh shit. Like you're not used to just the feeling of falling.
Yeah.
So then I push the flap, or not the flaps, I push the throttle forward and I just like hold it steady because he just told me to hold it straight. And he's like, you forgot the flaps. And I was just like white knuckled on the yoke. And so then he moved the flaps up for me. And then we did that a couple more times. And I got decent at it. But by the time all of this was over, because we did this like 5 times-ish, by the time that was over, I was done. I was like, I'm done. I didn't say it, but I was just like, oh man. So then when we started getting back to the runway, he probably sensed that I was probably done, and he was like,
you were toe up.
Yeah, I'll toe up. So he was like, oh, I can go ahead and land it if you want. If you want to land it, you can go ahead and do that as well. I was like, no, you can go ahead and land it.
You're trying to be cool about it, but it's like,
I was like, please, I don't want to land it. I'm just done with this shit, dog. I'm not, bro, this shit isn't what I thought it was. What is it called? So, and then like just the main thought that I had in my head, because I wanted to be an Air Force pilot at this point. And I was just thinking, my God, this is one of the most basic airplanes. And I'm already so stressed out flying this fucking thing. Imagine trying to do that while you're getting shot at. Just that whole level of added stress on top of this is playground shit to a pilot. This is the pilot equivalent of playing like toy soldiers and like cars with with toddler on a rug, right? That's what this is. This is the pilot version of like playing with a little toddler with their toys and their like little ABC blocks. Imagine the fucking stress of like, what is it called?
Hey, we have a positive rate.
This fucking guy, the US F-16 pilot in Iraq, dodging six surface-to-air missiles.
Oh my god.
Just hear how stressed this guy is.
Code 1 got SA2 launch. 2 launch. Passport defending SA2. Stroke 3 defending SA2.
Stroke 3, you're on your own?
Clev 1 citizen. Stroke 3 Spino.
Stroke 3, coming with me?
Has contact. Stroke 3, I'm with you too. 19020. Citizen egress.
I'm just gonna fast forward a couple minutes.
Sam, right 3, right 3. Sam, no.
Wait, somebody got a hit!
What force hit?
From enemy squad. Understand your hit!
4, negative bad guy squad. Negative friendly squad.
Clap 7, visual left 9.
Stroke 4 status.
Clap 4 status.
Stroke 3 egressing southeast.
Stroke 3, go southeast now!
Bogey, alright, 09069.
Right 2 o'clock.
Okay, Sam.
Dude, this is like a stone cold fighter pilot, right? And he's like, oh, it's stroke 3 aggressing south.
Yeah, he's like freaking out.
He's like freaking out. It's like, dude, imagine that.
Clap
Yeah.
visual left 9.
I know.
Stroke 4 status.
Wait.
Clap 4 status. Stroke 3 egressing southeast.
Dude, this shit is fucking scary when you're in it. And I was only in like the little tiny baby, not even baby. I was zygote flying. Dude, I wasn't even a toddler playing with baby blocks. I was this thing. Look at this. This was me in that airplane, and that stressed me out. When I was at this 2-cell stage of life, not even any kind of complex nervous system, not even any, like, anything even closely resembling human life, I was stressed out just flying the baby fucking prenatal zygote version of being a pilot, and that was stressing me out.
Yeah, the thing is like you were talking so much about being a pilot for like years at this point.
Yeah,
And
because it had interested me since I was like 12.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. I brought it up to my mom. I was like, okay, well, being in a plane, I bet, and flying it feels so much different. So let's just go ahead and give him a like flight experience to like test if he like actually wants to be a pilot like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, because you might find like I kind of like expected you to find it like super fun, like stressful, but like super fun.
Oh, don't get me wrong. At the time, so that flight, it didn't kill my interest in flying. Actually, it kind of stoked it. That's when I started really getting interested in different aircraft. After that point, that's kind of when I made the switch from cars to aircraft.
Yeah.
And I still want to be a pilot. It's just I realized that it was a whole lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah, I just wanted you to have some sort of like experience with it, like a little taste to see what you're actually getting into. And then that would be the actual like determining factor if you wanted to do it or not.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm ready for it now. However, back when I was 15, it's like, oh shit. Like, oh fuck, this is real.
Yeah.
So getting into this.
So funny, we just like threw you into it.
Yeah, he's like, alright, go ahead and take off. Oh, we're doing stall maneuvers now. He's like, and you feel like you're plummeting out of the sky and the fucking wind is blowing you around because your airplane weighs less than like 3,000 pounds or some shit.
Yeah, and chat, at this point, Boo Bear didn't even really want to, he didn't even really like roller coasters and stuff. So
No, not really.
It's so funny that you basically had to control something that's like worse than a roller coaster.
It felt like a roller coaster. Like, it wasn't as intense, but just the fact that it wasn't like a pre-planned on a track roller coaster was so daunting.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit. Like, imagine the turbulence you feel in a airline flight. Like, imagine that, but you're in a airplane, but just imagine you and the seat next to you, and basically that's it, is all that's flying. Instead of being in a big airliner, all you're in is just you and the seat next to you and an engine. And you feel that level of turbulence, and you're like, oh fuck, and it kind of like just like feels like you're falling out of the sky, but you're not. It's just turbulence. It's like, oh fuck. It wasn't even turbulence, I don't think. I think it was literally just a little bit of wind.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So it was just like, oh shit, just like the by the end of it I was sick because there was just, all you have is just a little air vent. You're so stressed out. You're like, oh shit, your stomach is dropping. You're warm. You're like sweaty. What is it called? You just have a small air vent pushing a little bit of air into your face. The cabin air is stale. And you just want out of there.
Yeah, and you can't train for any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you just have to experience it.
Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. You can't train for any of that. It's like training to be an astronaut and then playing like Kerbal Space Program and be like, okay, I'm ready. Nah,
yeah,
dog.
I know.
You gotta be ready to be like upside down, coming in at re-entry speeds of like 17,000 miles an hour. Any little misstep that you make could like result in you and your entire crew being fucking scattered across like 6 different continents.
Oh shit.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just a whole lot different playing it on a video game versus like doing it in real life. You're like, oh fuck. There's a lot to it that you don't realize.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to this. What is it called? No, they didn't go to school and have no experience. While you have lots of knowledge, you have never been in that actual setting. Things change and the air is different up in the sky. The pressure to perform is much different than being safe on the ground. She doesn't respect you any less for your hobby, but her introducing yourself by your job when that was the question is not a slight to anything but your own ego. And if you're questioning her love and respect for you because of this incident, then that probably means you have a deeper insecurity that you are projecting onto her. Take some time to reflect. Yeah. Good. OOP. She showed me this comment. Thanks for helping us both out. Newsweek article post. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Imagine that. Venting on fucking Reddit and then it gets picked up by Newsweek and everybody's like, Lamau, look at this fucking loser. Poor loser and his poor little wife who has to endure his loserness. Oh God.
Oh God.
The internet is ruthless, but that's what you get for posting on the internet.
Yep.
That's the thing about reality checks. Sometimes you don't want to cash them.
I know. And that's the thing is, like, he didn't come at it from, like, a humble perspective. Like,
No.
hey, guys, like, my wife introduced me as this, and I just felt kind of disappointed by it. Like,
Yeah.
how
No, he was
should I
like,
think?
my fucking dumbass bitch wife fucking didn't call me a pilot in front of her fucking goddamn coworkers. Now it got me questioning the whole mood of our entire life together.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, okay,
Hold
dude,
on,
chill out, bro.
That's so funny.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Wait, Newsweek interviewed him. Give me a second. Okay. Good. Need to plug my phone in. Dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Newsweek article posted. Not sure if I can link it here, but the title is Man Explains Why Wife Should Call Him a Pilot Despite No Flight Training by Alice Gibbs. It helps get the updated story out. The full article is worth reading, but here's some choice quotes. Well, should we go read the article?
You can if you want. I didn't read it, but...
A man from Altoona, Pennsylvania has captured viral attention online after he shared his frustration online that his wife would not respect his title as a pilot. But when he revealed the details of their argument, the internet was in awe. Oh
shit, they name drop him.
Damn, they name drop him, bro. Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
You know, it started as like, you know what, fuck this guy. Now I'm like, oh shit, this guy was just like venting online, bro. Like,
yeah.
sure,
maybe
he was an
that's just a
asshole and he was
pseudonym.
condescending, but what?
Yeah, maybe that's just a fake name or a pseudonym for the article's purpose.
Maybe. Rodney Fisher revealed that he has never flown a plane. In a post on Reddit, Fisher asked for help as he and his wife had disagreed over his insistence to be referred to as a pilot. At a party, his wife introduced him to one of her coworkers. In the post online, Fisher explained, My wife chimes in with, he manages a insert fast food chain. It certainly comes with some benefits, in a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she said. Yeah, see, she didn't even say it in like a bad way.
Yeah.
What is it called? If she was like snide about it, he would have a little bit better claim of like,
Yeah.
oh my god, she's trying to shame me. But he literally says that in a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she said. I very quickly corrected her and told him that I am a pilot. Oh, man. Fisher has been passionate about the aviation industry for many years. He told Newsweek, when I was about 17 and slowly realizing I wouldn't be able to pay for college, I took to YouTube and gaming to find my next big interest. I figured I'd indulge in whatever fictional dream of mine to escape the pain of reality. Finding a passion for airplanes, he met his wife, who also understood his love of aviation and encouraged him to focus more on it. I always hoped to fly planes, but I failed to see the point sometimes. Why spend so much money when I already know the information and can simulate whatever trip I'd want to take in a flight simulator? Oh god, he's one of those people.
Yeah.
Why do you go to college? You can just take the exams online. You don't get the degree, but you get the knowledge, and the knowledge is what matters.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Yeah, maybe if you already have a job and all you need to know is the knowledge. A manager of a restaurant chain, Fisher admits that he has felt uncomfortable about his career for some time. I've worked in fast food since I was 16. I know exactly what runs through everyone's mind when I say that. Well, yeah, but when you say manager, like, you're one step away from getting up to corporate because they hire from managers fairly often.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're a manager at an establishment, McDonald's, like, location rather than a franchise. It's much higher likelihood if you're from a established location from McDonald's and owned by McDonald's itself rather than a what is it called? Franchise.
Oh, okay.
At least that would be my assumption. I don't fucking know anything. I'm retarded, you know?
Same.
But what is it called? Oh god. I know exactly what runs through everyone's minds when I say that. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of people probably just assume, oh, fast food, lamau. It doesn't help that I'm overweight.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh.
And fit the fast food guy role. My wife has a master's... Oh.
Wait, she has a master's?
Wow.
And he was like condescending her for not studying anything?
This guy's getting mogged by his wife. Oh no.
Wow.
Bro, he built his ego upon pillars of sand.
Oh god.
My wife has a master's degree and has always had more success in her career than I have. I've dealt with the emasculation of it for many years. Okay, then deal with it. Come on, bro. To be truthful, or not deal with it, but work on it.
Yeah.
To be truthful, I've put more energy and time into flying than I have being a manager. Yeah, that's because that's what you want to do, bro. Being a manager is what you do to just get money. I'm more confident in the simulator than I am at work every day. I put so much unrecognized effort into flying. Unrecognized effort.
Bro.
Dude, you're flying a simulator. Come on, dog.
I know.
Having spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, simulation gear, and even building his own setup, Fisher hasn't started flight training, but has considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot, he explained on Reddit. At the party, his wife was taken aback by his argument, and the couple rowed about the situation. After this, Fisher took to the internet to ask for some advice. I originally posted my question r/am I the asshole? He got banned for trolling. After almost 60 comments in the first hour tore me to shreds. I was banned for trolling. I then posted my question in r/flying, but was also immediately removed. I took the r/shithead ask flying. I knew that I had a good chance of only getting sarcastic replies back, but if nothing else got my message out, it was my last resort. Alright, so this isn't fake. He's doing an interview with Newsweek.
Yeah.
The post quickly gained attention, not just on Reddit. It was reposted across other social media on Twitter and Instagram. And you said you heard about it on a YouTube video months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Most responses
This
did
is
not
everywhere.
did not understand Fisher's position, and even went as far as to insult him for arguing with his wife. Well, he did sound like a dickhead. So
yeah.
Some commenters likened it to other professions and hobbies. One Reddit user wrote, I have a 590-day Duolingo streak, so I call myself an interpreter for the UN. While another posted, a flying license involving a certain quantity of real flight hours, not simulation. If that were the case, every GTA fan would be a driving champion. Okay, well, it's not exactly a one-to-one, but I get the sentiment.
Yeah.
Despite this being an unusual situation, Fisher explained that his query came from a very real place. Eventually, his wife stumbled on the post, too. My wife found my post. She typically browses aviation subreddits that I recommend to her. Whoa. So, dog, not only is she a giga wife, she actively takes interest in his hobbies.
Yeah.
My God. The perfect woman.
Does not deserve her.
Dog, yeah, bro. Maybe one day, but right now, yeesh.
Yeah. That's a mythical pull.
That is. What is it called? Aviation subreddits that I recommend to her. I think part of me was actually hoping she'd see it. Oh, so he was a pussy. He didn't want to broach the subject.
Wow.
I knew, or guessed, at least, she would, and I was comfortable with that being the way the conversation was brought up. She had slept on the couch for 2 or 3 nights in a row before she came to me about things.
Wait, she slept on the couch?
Okay, it might not be what we're thinking, but that does sound pretty bad. It might be,
Yeah.
Okay, wait. She had slept on the couch for 2 or 3 nights in a row before she came to talk to me about things. When the couple sat down to talk about the incident, his wife asked for an apology. Okay, that's good. At least.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to apologize for that shit. And Fisher told her that he was sincerely sorry. She informed me again that I embarrassed her in front of people she has to see very often. And that it'd be an awkward conversation to have if they tried to talk further about my experience as a pilot. Okay. Yeah. If her coworkers are understanding, they'd just be like, oh, wow. Yeah, your husband's got some things to work out.
Yeah.
She, as well as hundreds of Redditors, helped me realize that I wasn't in the right for speaking up about my hobby. I should take pride in my job and respect my wife's personal life. After clear...
Well, you can take pride in your hobby. It's just that don't let it affect your ego.
Yeah. After a clear and constructive conversation about the issue, the couple arranged to look at second jobs and a therapist to help. We have our first therapy appointment together next Tuesday to talk about rejection and insecurity in our relationship and careers. I've already contacted a flight school, and I'm driving to a hangar on Monday to meet with a flight instructor from a school a few towns away. Okay, well, that's good. Yes. Looking back to the post that has captured such widespread attention, Fisher said he was upset at first, but now appreciates the response. I was angry at the response initially. I felt like no one understood what I was asking or how deep my passion actually was, he said. But I realized that the truth hurts, and what I did could have cost me the most giving woman in the world. I want my post to be considered a public service announcement to all husbands going forward. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
If he sticks with it,
himself.
if he sticks with it, And it's like, wow, that was really just the wake-up call I needed. That's one of the very, very few instances that something good resulted from a Reddit post.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. So there is a potentially, with an asterisk by it, happy ending.
Yeah.
Let's go see if there's any other updates.
It's like one of those like 80s sitcoms where like the husband like trashes his wife and everything, but then he realizes in the end what he has, and he changes his outlook on stuff. It's like, dang.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, dog. Yeah, see, look at this shit. I need an update after he's taken his first lesson. I can't decide if I want him to be fired by his teacher for acting like he knows it all and refusing to listen, or he quits because he's actually terrified when presented with the real thing. See, this is what I expect out of Reddit. The most cynical, want to see you fail, losers, biggest, like, fucking energy drain losers on Earth. I want to see this guy succeed and actually become a man worthy of his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see him fail.
Yeah, because he saw what he was doing. If he didn't and kept doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, that would have been something different. But he at least, I think it's genuine, him like seeing what he did. But
it sounds like it.
I mean, there's a chance he could just be saying that to like, waylay some of the hate, but I don't know. It seems like it's genuine. And so I take that at face value and just say, you know what? I want him to see him.
Yeah, exactly. If he ends up being a dick later, after he becomes a pilot, he becomes a menace, then it's like, bro.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
If he finally finds confidence within himself and he chills the fuck out, which a lot of pilots are, they're just chill and laid back. It's like, okay, good, cool. Yeah, see, this person saying, I want him to stay the course, get his certification, and along the way realize just how not a pilot he was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, some people just need a little slice of humble pie.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they'll change.
This man really, well, actually, his way onto Newsweek. Bro.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God. So, I work with pilots, actual certified pilots. He is not as knowledgeable as most pilots, or more than, and performing simulator training is not being a pilot, as everyone but him knows. But damn, does he have some ego? Yeah. Sounds like it ended.
It's trying to compensate. Yeah, it's just him trying to compensate for a lack of insecurity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked that one because I knew you had a little bit of not like a lot of authority, but some authority or like experience to
enough.
Speak.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, enough experience to know it's like, oh shit, flying a simulator is not flying.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I have no authority when it comes to actually flying. I only have authority when it comes to, that's not flying.
Yeah, exactly. You know what it's not, you know?
It's like, oh shit. Oh shit. The dildo of consequences rarely comes lubed.
Oh shit.
You know, that's a banger right there. 500 hours in basically a game that makes you, or in a game, 500 hours in basically a game makes you that profession. Finally, my 800 hours in Stardew Valley accounts for something. In seriousness.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a farmer, guys.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty much. I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. Guys, I'm pretty much Hitler then. I gotta show you something.
You're pretty much a world leader.
Yeah, you see that 1,687 hours in Hearts of Iron 4? I'm basically the president of the United States.
Yeah. You're
Like,
kind of a big deal.
move over, FDR, you wheelchair-bound fuck. More like, New Deal, new me.
True.
The New Deal, last week's news? That's so last millennia. How about
last week's news?
Snore. Now, to be fair, he might know more than some private pilots. Private pilots
he might.
don't spend thousands of dollars on textbooks about flying, so he might know more than a private pilot or two, but
yeah.
Let's see. In the US, you need 1,000 hours for a provisional commercial pilot's license and 1,500 hours for a full license. Yeah, that's why it basically costs about $200,000 to get your license.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty high bar of entry, but, you know, if you're passionate about it and you work hard at it, you can get those loans paid off.
Yeah, you can. Especially if your wife works at a startup, you earn 40 to 70,000 a year and you don't have any kids, you could probably put away, let's assume you're putting away, like, okay, let's assume the wife makes as much as he does, which is a long shot. She probably makes twice what he does, but let's just assume for the sake of like budgeting that she makes as much as he does. They're making what, probably 140. Let's assume they put away 10% of that a year. After like 3 years, they've saved up like $40,000.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough to get a down payment on a loan.
Yeah. It's doable.
Yeah.
If you're like actually passionate about it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you flunk out halfway through and you're left with $100,000 in debt,
oh my god,
you're fucked. But
yeah,
if you stick with it, you could potentially be making probably more than your wife is going to make.
Yeah.
All right, that's that.
Yeah. So
wow.
it's just a nice story with a happy
little bow on
conclusion.
top.
Yeah, hopefully he's serious about sticking with that type of mentality.
Oh, Jesus, please. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see.
Oh, Lord.
Bride insults future sister-in-law one too many times. Okay. Give me a second, let me get some water.
Little bit of wah-wah.
You know, chat, we might just save the return survival for tomorrow. It's already 2:15.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, well, you guys are going to be streaming pretty late.
Well, yeah, we've already been streaming for almost 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hour 50. Sure.
I went by pretty quick.
Yeah, it did. Okay. Bride insults future sister-in-law one too many times and gets her wedding vendors canceled. I am not the original poster. That is Toast and Crumb. She posted in Am I the Asshole? Trigger warning. Mood spoiler. Uh-oh. To make a novel to make a novel short, my 27 female brother, 30 male, met his future wife, 28 female, Ella, at a party 3 years ago. Honestly, we never got along, but I always tried to put up a peaceful front because my brother seemed blissfully happy with her. Ella was mean to me a lot, dude. That's a red flag, though.
Yeah.
Anytime your family members don't get along, it's like, okay, wait, what's the root of the issue here?
Yeah, you have to keep that in mind or look into it at least.
Are they doing the classic evil stepmother tactic of, oh, she's an angel to me, but a bitch to everyone else in my family?
Yeah. Dude, you have to be aware of stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. You can't get honey, like, you can't be honey blinded, bro.
Yeah, because there's only a matter of time before they, like, whip it on you.
Yeah, exactly. Ella was mean to me a lot. Like, a lot. Okay, wait. I'm going to make a prediction without knowing anything. Ella is territorial and jealous that he spends time with his sister. We'll see if I'm right.
That's a good prediction. A sound prediction.
Perhaps. Ella was mean to me a lot. Like, a lot. She would make comments about my weight, my makeup, and especially my dog. Oh, God. No. Well, it depends on the dog.
Boo is catching strays.
No. Is it one of those little shit dogs that, like, fucking barely exists?
Yeah, it has a little brown or black shit around its eyes.
Yeah. Oh, God. Those dogs are, like, basically just wisps of, like, an actual dog.
Oh, God.
She hated animals and hated that I would bring... No, it's a lab! No, why would you hate a lab?
I know.
Does she have bad memories of, like, a dog in her past?
Maybe. It could be trauma.
She hated that I would bring my lab, Toast, to my parents' or brother's house. It always just felt like something aimed to hurt me. When the two got engaged, she asked me to be her maid of honor since she has no sisters or many girlfriends, and since my brother seemed thrilled, I obliged. What I failed to realize when I accepted the role was that to her, I keep thinking mother-in-law, but it's maid of honor.
Yeah.
Meant planning the entire wedding. Isn't the maid of honor, like, I feel like there's two people who are really in charge of taking care of a lot, at least traditionally. It was the maid of honor and the mother or mother-in-law.
So the maid of honor plans typically the bachelor party or bachelorette party. they do not plan typically the whole wedding.
No, that generally
They, like-
relies on the bride and the mother-in-law, or the mother.
Yeah, I mean, the mother can be involved, or the family can be involved, but that mainly rests on the bride and sometimes the groom. But
I feel like
that's what,
they're brought along for
wedding
like
planner
decision making, but maybe not full planning to relieve some of the stress on them. But I don't know. I mean, like I would know.
yeah.
I don't know
Because,
anything about this.
Yeah, I mean, you get a wedding planner typically
Yeah.
to get involved and
Mhm.
plan everything because there's a lot to think about that you might not think about. But
Yeah.
mainly it rests on the bride. Sometimes the maid of honor helps, but typically not with the wedding. It's with the bachelorette party, with ironing things out with the other like a bridesmaids and stuff like that. Like there are responsibilities, but not the bulk of planning the wedding.
Okay. What I failed to realize when I accepted the role was that to her, maid of honor meant planning the entire wedding. Like I was booking venues, florists, jazz band, everything. Even worse, she expected me to put my credit card down for all of it. Oh my god. My brother and her are not exactly well off, and since I have a well-paying job, I didn't mind holding the deposits, but it was starting to add up to a lot. Every time I asked Ella about it, she would say that it would all be paid back by her parents before the wedding. Well, flash forward to last week. About 3 weeks before the wedding, she's unbearable to be around. She can't last more than a few sentences before snapping at anyone. So when I, of course, brought up the money, shit hit the fan. I asked if she had received the updated receipt of everything owed when she exploded. She called me a whole line of terrible names, but the one that stuck out was her saying, "What do you need the money for anyway? Your sick dog is dead now." Oh.
Oh, shit. Nah,
Okay,
bro.
bitch.
I'd be out of there.
I wouldn't be out of there. I'd be throwing hands.
Yeah, I know. Jeez Louise.
My beautiful Toasty died about a month before this, after he fought the bravest battle with cancer. Oh god. No, not the whoa, not whoa.
Bro, she was playing everything while dealing with that.
Yeah. Oh god, Toasty was fighting cancer, dog.
No.
Kakarot, this cancer thing is pretty strong.
No.
Oh god. He was my soul dog and I was devastated. I blinked at her and simply left the room, having no energy to even respond to something so cruel. I went back to my car after the 20 silent minute drive home. I parked the car and immediately called the vendors and canceled any deposit under my card. Every single one. After almost 20 calls, all that was left of her wedding was the dress and the flower arch. Well, hey, that's all they needed.
Yeah, true.
I texted my brother a short explanation. I told him that every vendor would be contacting him if they wished to keep their services, and they were now responsible for covering everything, and that I would no longer be attending. It was a matter of minutes before my phone started to explode, and I just turned it off. Yes, sir. She did the maid of honor version of Hitler invading the Soviet Union.
What?
No, what I meant is like, it's just like nobody expected it. Like the entire fucking shit show. The entire earth breaks down like, oh fuck, everything goes into panic. Everybody fucking like scurries around. They're like, oh shit, the world is ending. I'm not saying she's Hitler, but
yeah.
No, it's like Hitler invading the Soviet Union. All fucking hell breaking loose.
Yeah.
It's so funny. She just pressed the launch button on the nukes and then turned off her phone. Fucking based.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a few days and I haven't talked to anyone but my mom, who thankfully understands where I was coming from. My brother has tried to call, but I just feel terrible, both about what I did and what she said. I know what I did was extreme, but I also couldn't sit by and practically enable her cruelty anymore. I still can't help but feel bad for ruining my brother's big day, so I don't know. Am I the asshole for this? OOP is voted not the asshole. Linked the original post. Figured you guys deserved some updates. First thing asked. Me paying. Ella was promised a hefty wedding budget when she was younger. Between those years and the pandemic, they had to dip into that wedding fund. In the end, Ella only got a third of what she was promised. She insisted that most of what she had to go to the dress, but she would drone on about how there were so many things the wedding wouldn't have and how it wouldn't be, quote, the wedding of her dreams. It was only like a week after that, my brother came up and asked if I could cover a few costs of the wedding while Ella's parents made up the rest to pay it back. I do make a considerable amount more, and since this would be my brother's wedding too, I agreed. Stupid, I know. That's not stupid.
Yeah, that's not stupid. That's just you being nice.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would be like, you need to work out some fucking problems with your bitch wife first, though, before I do that. There would be conditions, but I would do it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, is that if you're going to accept help, there's more than likely going to be some conditions for it. So
it's like getting an IMF loan from the, because your country's being a retard.
Yeah.
The IMF is like, well, okay, we'll bail out your country, but you gotta do some things that you might not want to do.
Like, let your women vote.
Well, that too, but also sometimes they're like, if you can't afford these social programs, maybe you need to roll them back a little bit.
Yeah.
Or they're like, that big military seems like kind of excessive. You need to roll that back a little bit.
It's like, okay, let's look at the budget. No, not this. Not this. No.
Second most discussed. Ella's treatment of me. Truthfully, she played the nice and loving girlfriend well the most, especially my brother. Even I thought she turned a new leaf a few times, but it would never last. Some of the comments she made wouldn't always be outwardly mean enough for a passerby to pick up, aka my brother. That's always the case. This always happens whenever they're manipulative.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I lost where I was. Okay. Along the lines of, oh, are you sure you want to go out in that? Something looser might be more comfortable. Oh. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
That was pretty bad. Or, I would loan you a shirt, but I don't want to stretch it out. Oh my god, how do you not catch onto that? Dude, is her brother like literally Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy?
I know. Exactly.
Like, bro, how do you not catch that? Mean girl comments, simply put. She has lost many friends over her crazy notion of them being jealous of her, accusing them of being in love with my brother. She had 2 other bridesmaids in the wedding, but they were barely close at all. But they were barely close as well. Someone said in the comments, being stuck between seeing Snow White and not being able to see the evil queen within. Yeah, that's the best way to describe her. She's beautiful, but something is rotting inside. And maybe the most asked, did they stay together? I caved and finally answered my brother last night. From what he said, they are on a break. My brother had picked up a few instances of her acting questionably, but hoped it was the wedding stress. He was fuming when he found out what she said. I do know she no longer has the ring. My brother and I's relationship is definitely going to need some repair, but I think after a long communication break and setting up better boundaries for partners in respect to siblings in the future, we should be okay. Also, yes, I did lose some money. Just as... Dude, is that all that Reddit cares about? Is money? They're like, get that bag, King. Get that bag, Queen. Queen, your bag.
Yeah, you dropped it. Your bag slipping.
Oh my god, Queen. They're like... they're like... yeah, your family's dangling off that cliff, but your money is on the other side? Excuse me, your family members are human beings. They can help themselves.
Your money is helpless.
Your money helpless, Queen. Dude, I'm so fucking tired of bag culture. Just be a terrible person. Get that bag.
Yeah, I know.
Some things are a little bit more important than money, but
exactly.
Now her brother does owe her for this.
Yeah.
But the fact that she lost some money isn't that big of an issue as long as her brother's willing to pay it back.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like she cares that much about it.
Yeah, no. Like, family and money, that always gets messy.
Yeah.
You always pay something back when you owe them, but you should also always be willing to lend it out as long as they're not, like, addicted to anything.
Yeah. Like, if you lend money to friends or family, you should expect there's like a 70% chance you're not getting that back.
Yeah. You just kind of got to expect that. It's not good.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people that I've heard go with the method of, okay, here, I'm giving you this money. You don't have to pay it back, but don't ever ask me for money again.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's a decent amount because then it doesn't get messy with trying to get that money back.
Yeah.
But it also cuts it off the possibility of you being seen as like some kind of a like well of money to get more out of.
Yeah, and you say, well, you didn't pay me back last, so
all gone.
All gone.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm going to give you this money. Don't worry about paying me back. But if you want more in the future, you're going to have to pay me back first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
It's optional to pay back, but if you ever want money in the future, you're going to have to pay that back.
Yeah.
Also, yes, I did lose some money. Just as predicted, she hoped I would end up gifting the payments anyway. Ella has told my brother that she was waiting for a surprise check from her grandparents to completely pay it off. Check didn't exist. Thankfully, the no longer to be in-laws have agreed to sell the dress to pay me back for what I did lose instead of legal action. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Lastly, to my boy Toast. All of your sweet comments made me cry for an embarrassing amount of time. Lamau. I hope I made him proud. There will never be a day I don't. There will never be a day I don't defend. There will never be a day I don't defend that dog with everything I have. He is being lovingly remembered, but his family and his little brother Crumb, or by his family and his little brother Crumb.
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 That's a Such a good name.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it's like Pinky in the Brain.
Yeah, I know. Toasting crow.
OOP responds to a comment saying this is fake. There is nothing convenient about what happened. Did I put up with hurtful comments now and again because I wanted my brother to be happy? Yes. I wasn't going to make a scene because she told me my foundation looked cakey. I wasn't going to meet pettiness with pettiness. People just want to see the best in each other, and unfortunately, we learn why we shouldn't do the same. And unfortunately, we learn why we shouldn't do so the hard way. See, I'm of the opinion that you can do everything that they're doing to you to them if they're not stopping.
Yeah.
Not an eye for an eye. I'm not talking about revenge. I'm talking about escalating until they give up. Matching them. Like, if you match their actions, but they stop, go ahead and stop. You know, don't escalate it. Don't escalate it beyond what they've done, but do exactly what they've done to you to them in order to deter them from doing it in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because otherwise you're just going to be a doormat. And some people, they're just bullies. They're just going to, they sense weakness and they're going to strike. It sucks that those people exist and that's part of humanity, but it's just a fact of reality.
Yeah, but one of the most important things you have to do is gauge whether or not something is escalatory or equal, right? And also you have to factor in their view of how they would view something. So if to you something isn't that bad, but to them it is, it might be viewed as escalatory by them, like that specific thing. If you do it, even if you don't see it as escalatory, they might be able to. So you kind of need to factor these things in if you don't want it to escalate. But
the fact that she didn't call back, she didn't like scream at her or try to get back at her, like, or like fight her when she said that thing. She just calmly walked away and she's like, okay, well, I'm just withdrawing my help.
Yeah,
that was a really
damn, that was based.
Yeah, that's just, you know, that's a good way to make sure that she's not going to step on your toes again. Because it's just like, that was a line too far.
Just ended it. Boom. Also, if there's somebody else involved in your Cold War, you need to play the politics game of making the other side look like the aggressor.
Yeah, like
sometimes
what's that?
Sometimes you might need to endure unfair treatment or bullshit in order to get it. But believe me, trust me, getting the other side to look like the aggressor and yourself to look like the victim is probably the most important factor in like human relations.
Yeah, I know. Like, you know, if they say stuff like that, like passive aggressive shit like that, just go ahead and ask him, like, what did you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
get them to take a stance on it.
Yeah, get them to elaborate.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they'll have to dissect. They'll have to dissect, you know, the undertones there.
Yeah. I know, sure, they can play the airheaded card of, oh, my bad. Sorry, didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry. But you know, the more often that happens, the less they can use it as an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're doing that so often, it's like, oh, then it starts to highlight that, they're trying to pull some shit.
Yeah. What is it called? Okay. Not everything is resolved. The situation is still happening, but yes, after finally speaking to my brother after a week, I got new information. Kinda how resolving a situation goes. There are still issues unresolved. This post doesn't signify everything going back to the right, or back to, quote, right. The most sick part of this comment is thinking I'd lie about my dog. There are a lot of shitty things in this world, but making up the death of a dog? Life exists more than making up stories for the internet. I hope you have a better day. Okay, to be fair, making up the death of a dog, trying to act like that's like some kind of weird thing to do, or like especially egregious weird thing to do. People do that all the time. Don't act like it's not super hyper common. However,
Yeah, I know.
she is correct that life exists more than making up stories for the internet. I hope you have a better day. Like, she's right. People are way too conspiratorial about fake, fake,
Yeah.
fake.
I know.
Sometimes things can just happen. People are weird,
Yeah.
Um,
And this isn't so out the realm of plausibility,
yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like, so I was in the parking lot of this building earlier, and there was like this shootout between military forces with like, and some of the guys were like speaking like Croatian, and the other guys were like speaking like Chinese. Like, what was that? It's like, okay, see, that's like, yeah, that's fucking fake as fuck. But something like this, like, dude, this shit happens every fucking day all the time. There's 8 billion people in the world. Did Ella reach out to you? Yes, but we haven't spoken. She followed me out to my car that day when she realized I wasn't turning around. I just ignored her and drove away as she started to progressively get more mad. She blew up my phone and was the main reason I had to turn it off. She continuously said I was being selfish for making this time about me. Even tried to convince my brother, the sick and twisted version of where I was the one who went off. From what I know, no one from my family has spoken to her, including my brother, the last 2 days. Take care of yourself and take a day off. Crum and I are gonna head to Toast's favorite lake, I think. Oh no!
No!
We never got to properly mourn him during the midst of the planning, so hoping to dedicate a weekend for him. No! Yeah, Bride wasn't looking for a maid of honor. She was looking for an unofficial loan company, and she knew it. Yeah. Looks like Toast saved OP and her family one final time. Oh no, he did.
Yeah. Oh no.
His post.
The party gift.
Yeah, his post-parting. No, his post-mortem visage. His honor continued to serve her.
Oh
no. Bride toasted her wedding and deserved it. Wow. I hope OP's brother makes better choices and OP lives a life of happiness.
Yeah. The brother needs to open his eyes.
Yeah, he needs to become a little bit more aware.
Yeah, hopefully going forward, he pays a little more attention.
Yeah. Yeah, typical Reddit comments, but that was a pretty good story. Yes. I think we'll go ahead and end it there.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, chat. Well, it's been real gay. Now it's time, unfortunately,